Hello, y'all. My name is Daniel Piguero, and this is going to be, I think, a much more informal video. I'm not going to be talking about a specific topic. I'm going to be talking about my high school experience, and I'm going to give you some tips, or hopefully you can learn from my experiences of maybe what you want to do. When I came into high school from middle school, I was a very, excuse me, I was a very quiet, shy, and overall closed kid. I didn't really have that many friends going into high school, and I was just overall a very much type of by myself person. But as high school continued, I wouldn't like to say grew or even flourished. Those were the two words that popped into my head, but I did change. I changed quite a bit. I'm able to speak to people. I have a great group of friends, and I have abilities, and I'm now confident enough to share with other people and individuals. So when you're going into high school, or if you're in high school, I think it's crucial that you have to branch out. You really have to get out of your comfort zone, because in life there's going to be many situations, scenarios that you don't expect that are going to bring you out of your comfort zone anyways. And there's going to be many things that you need to take care of. So that's why I think in high school you should really put some responsibilities on your back. See what you can take, see what you can carry. Why don't you test yourself? Obviously you may be thinking, oh, I don't want to stress myself out with that. All right, then have fun. Find things that interest you, because most likely than not, they're going to have some responsibilities already tied in within them. Like personally for me, I sort of like talking. That's why I made a video about public speaking, and then I joined my student government club. And in that club, I had a ton of responsibilities. Some really not focused with public speaking, but that's not the point. I did all those responsibilities, and I worked towards it, and I kept putting more responsibilities because I enjoyed it. And that's something I think everyone should try and look for in high school. Or if you can't find it in your high school, look out in the world. Branch out in the world. You're in high school right now. Your only sets of responsibilities, hopefully, if you're in a scenario that you have to focus on high school. But if you have other responsibility scenarios, then you already have enough stuff on your plate. Always see if you can find time, or try and get a hobby or craft something for yourself. You always need, I think, in life to be working on you, because I think everyone could change for the better always and constantly. Not everyone's going to be perfect the first time around doing anything, or even just being around with people. So you really just have to hone yourself. And that's okay, because everyone's probably doing the same thing. Just realize you're one person out of billions of people around the world. So don't let everything get to you, and don't stress out about everything. That's something I think I wish I knew about high school way longer before. Hopefully that'll help you out. But anyways, let me get back into it. I joined my student government organization, and I did quite a bit in it. I joined in the district organization of student government, and then a little bit in the national organization. And it was a very fun thing. And that national organization is where I could speak to 1,300 people. And those experiences were pretty crucial to me, you know? Those things many people may not do at that time or age. Everyone there would probably be comfortable with it, but my peers at my school may not have like understood what that was, or like how to do that. But I think everyone has that capability. Really, everyone can learn to do those things, because I think people can just learn to do about anything. That's just how human beings are, very versatile, and they're able to learn about much things. Continuing on in high school, I want to also say one thing. Never let standardized testing decide your intelligence. Never let standardized testing decide your intelligence, because people always consider standardized testing a good judge of intelligence, and then they mix it in with their worth. You are not a 98% or a 60% or a 30%. You're not whatever your grade says you are. You are you. And if you want to strive to work towards your grade, yes, you can do that. Will it be beneficial to you in the future if you do that? Yes, you can do that. But don't ever let standardized testing decide your worth or your intelligence. All right? Because standardized testing, although that's what it's for, trying to test your intelligence and stuff, it's not just for that, because standardized testing is also there to trick you. All right, standardized testing can change up the question. Standardized testing can give answers that are really close. All right, that's the thing. Standardized testing is there also just to mess with you with a little bit of a game. Those are the other skills you have to pay attention to. You have to read carefully. You have to pick out the dumb answers, or you have to pick out the answers that don't really make sense. All right, and there's a lot of ways to do about that. Go up and search standardized testing help tips but not like about the questions. Obviously, if you study 100% of the material and you know everything, then you're going to be fine. But some things to make it easier is look into what you can help, because standardized testing really do follow a common pattern at times. So that's just one thing I want to say, because I feel a lot of people out there in the world, they let tests decide their intelligence, and then they consider that what's their worth. Because everyone's worth a tremendous amount. You're a human being with your own perspective, your own opinions and stuff. So never let that decide your worth. All right? But remember, you also have to do well in school. Okay? So that means a lot of studying. Some things come more naturally to other people than others, but that doesn't matter. All right? Maybe if someone has to put in more work, then that's it. But that other person might be doing other stuff that they're putting work in. Everyone's going to be putting in work somehow. All right, so don't let whatever it's easier to one people, what it's ever easier to one person, let that make you feel down about yourself, because you might be able to do something that they can't. I personally, I think I'm blessed that sometimes schoolwork feels a little natural to me, but a lot of people I know aren't, and I've talked about a lot of people with that. But every time, every time I've talked to someone about that, and they're like, "Oh man, I wish I was Nathan. I wish I would. Hey, school works easier for me." I always think, and I say to them at certain points that, but they have something I don't have. Maybe I'm not gonna elaborate on that. I don't know. Maybe it's just not because I'm like just that type of talking person. As I said, I grew, but there's still things about me that I still gotta work on. But there's so many times I talk to someone, yeah, but your kindness is out of this world. Their compassion for individuals, yeah, that might be true that schoolwork comes a little bit easy to me, but I admire your work ethic. I admire your determination to talk about these other things, these things that I wish I could do. Because even when I'm speaking regularly, I feel as if I'm not as confident as other people, my peers. See, I'm talking about public speaking and such, or like my previous videos, but I know other people that are better than me. But that's not going to make me stop being interested or doing or continuing the things that I like, because that's what I enjoy. That's what I enjoy. And that's what people need to like sometimes realize, is that you always got to enjoy something. And it's never to have a good attitude of, oh, wait, someone's already better than you in something, that means you shouldn't do it. No, you just got to work at it, because maybe you'll find your niche, or maybe you'll grow to like it more and you'll become more well versed in it. But I'm straying off way topics and going on tangents, but these are just helpful, informal things I think I learned about high school. And I already mentioned standardized testing, and studying is crucial, I think. I think it's good to have a set schedule, because scheduling really does matter in life. Think about it. You're going to be going about in your life, maybe going to job, maybe going to school, college, working, having a social life. You need to have a set finite schedule. Obviously, it's going to change, and finite is maybe a little bit too much of an extreme word to use, but you really have to keep all your, ducks in a line, eggs in one basket. Well, actually, that analogy is supposed to be don't keep your eggs in one basket, but when it comes to time and scheduling, you have to make sure everything's orderly and properly. That's what I'm just trying to get at. Because there's going to be many times, I think, in life in which you're going to be, oh, okay, I got this thing to do on Saturday, I got this thing to do on Sunday, all right, that's cool. Then you meet up with someone else, and you're like, oh, yeah, Saturday, yeah, I'm free. And then you don't realize, because you don't have your schedule set and all that stuff. You always have to pay attention to your schedule, and that'll help you out in the future. If everything's organized and you can plan for stuff ahead, and that's great. Also, procrastination. Procrastination is a really bad thing. I'm sorry that I jumped from one topic to another without that much of a flow, but I'm just spewing these ideas as I see fit as to help whatever someone may be struggling or seeing with, or what I struggled with, really. Procrastination is a real killer. I shouldn't have used that phrase. I apologize. I mean, procrastination is just a really difficult thing. At certain points, it actually could be so stress consuming that it may injure your health, but really, procrastination is that serious, I'd like to think. Procrastination, if you leave everything to the last minute, you're just going to be putting more stress onto yourself. That's why when you get something, either you're the type of person to do it all at once to just get it done, or you're the type of person to spread it out, or the type of person to leave it all the way at the end. Maybe you can pull it off, but that sort of thing's not going to work forever. It really isn't. And the best one out of that group is probably going to be the first two people that I mentioned. The people that gets it done right away, if they can, or the people that spreads it out. The person that spreads it out is probably going to do work more carefully. They're going to understand. They're going to make sure that they're putting in the correct amount of work and effort into what to, into what needs to be done. So don't procrastinate on your work, because it's just going to end up hurting you in the end. There's so many things I'd like to talk about, really. But that wouldn't be that fair because you have to learn by experience. My dad told me one thing is that you never know something until you really experience it, which it might be hindsight, but experience is really something that'll shape you. Whatever you go through, whatever struggles, whatever obstacles you overcome or come your way, they're going to shape you, they're going to change you, they're going to make you to who you are. So remember, just face everything head on and stay strong because remember, life changes, life gets better, and everything continues on. That's all from the Pagero. Have a nice day.